unfortunately, individuals take advantage of a situation. And in the pandemic, our approach has been to educate and warn, and folks have responded to that. But those that are taking advantage of this really are just not interested in supporting everybody else's efforts to try and curb this pandemic. And so I think that's where our source of frustration comes with that, and why we're contemplating the fine for the opposite of this, which is those that are abusing the system. For those that are trying to follow the guidelines and the public health restrictions and don a mask for the good of themselves and others, we knew it was going to take some time to get people in that, and I would like to applaud Edmontonians for doing that, because they adapted really quickly, and you noted that the compliance rates were extremely high. But it is frustrating when there's individuals that just take advantage of the situation, and that's why there's a contemplation of a fine. Still need to work through it, and obviously council would need to support that, but a fine for those that abuse the system.
Business overwhelmingly said to City Council a couple of weeks ago, we want a bylaw so that we at least can ask people to put on the mask. And the consequence there is you've got to deal with the exemption issue. That's a small number of people, some of whom have legitimate issues, and we need to find a solution for that. Again, a consistent province-wide approach to that with a medical exemption that a doctor can adjudicate in a way that doesn't violate someone's privacy would be the way to go, but that's not available to us until the province decides to act. But we felt, to protect the economy and save lives, that it was the right thing to do. I stand 100% by that decision. And again, that was because what we were hearing from business was we want to be able to require, for the safety of our own employees and the continuity of our operations, that most people, practically all people, have masks. That, of course, again, you get into the exemption issue, then how do you determine who can and can't? The city made a good faith effort to try to support people who, for reasons of physical or mental challenge, needed some way to prove it, because right away people said, I can't wear a mask and I'm being refused service. And the city took a very compassionate response to those people and erred on the side of trust that people were not going to abuse that. But then very quickly it was publicized, and it was publicized, frankly, in a way on social media that, from my perspective, encouraged people to abuse it. And so it got away from us. And it was an error, and it's been corrected. No more exemption cards are being handed out, and Adam has committed to look at how we can make sure that the matter of exemption is dealt with in a way where people are held accountable to do so in a lawful and good faith way. And in every system there are people who cheat and abuse it, and I think those actions speak for themselves and don't reflect on the good faith of our city administration or the good faith of the vast majority of Edmontonians who are doing the right thing with respect to exemptions and doing the right thing with respect to masking up to protect our economy and their fellow human beings.